Now, the front pages are dominated by Russell Brand, who could be facing fresh allegations this morning after he was accused of rape and sexual assault in a joint investigation by The Times and Channel 4's Dispatches. Claims that he strongly denies. Well, joining me now is Charlotte Wace. Charlotte is one of the journalists who broke the story alongside entertainment editor Lucy Cave. Charlotte, I just wondered, first of all, what prompted that investigation? I mean, it's been a long time in the making. You know, it took a while for you to source this and to investigate it.
No, it has been, and you know that is credit to my my colleague at our sister paper, the Sunday Times. So they were made aware of allegations relating to Russell Brand's treatment with women back in 2019. And then at the start of 2021 was contacted by Alice, who alleges Brand was sexually and emotionally abusive towards her when she was 16. So as the investigation expanded, the Times, who had also been looking into Brand's behaviour towards women, the Sunday Times began working together. And then obviously Channel 4 Dispatches were also involved. So it was a huge, huge team effort. You know, and there's also lots of different people, you know, from social media team, the podcast team, and also, you know, like the legal team and editors, sub-editors. It was, you know, massive collaboration. And
Charlotte, more women have come forward to you and to all the investigators since this broke.
So we have had more people contacting us. Obviously now, you know, these are very early stages, so we do need to, you know, properly, you know, investigate you know, the claims that have come through to us since this article was originally published.
Tell us, if you can, the main allegations that have been made, and we do have to say that he has refuted all of them, but the main things that you were being told?
So throughout this investigation, we obviously spoke to a lot of people that, you know, at the centre of this investigation is a woman we are calling Nadia. She alleges that Brand raped her at his house in LA, and she was treated at a rape crisis centre on the same day, according to medical records. So text messages show that in the hours after leaving his house, she had told Brand she had been scared of him. And felt taken advantage of, saying when a girl says no, it means no. And Brand replied saying he was very sorry. Another woman alleges that Brand assaulted her when she was 16 and still at school, and said that he referred to her as the child during an emotionally abusive relationship, lasted for about 3 months. And then there was a third woman, this is in LA, who claims that he sexually assaulted her while she worked with him, and that he threatened to take legal action. And if she said anything to anyone about her allegation. And then there was a fourth woman as well who described being sexually assaulted by Brand and him being physically, emotionally abusive towards her.
Well, like we said, he has, as you know, Charlotte, he's released a video denying all of these claims. This is just a little bit of it. This is what he had to say. That's interesting, isn't it, Lucy, what he's saying there? Is there another agenda at play? Because that just sort of taps into a whole other world, in a sense. He went on stage when the story broke. He was late, but he did go on stage. He said he couldn't address all of this. But he got a great response.
He did. He was applauded when he went on stage. He had a crowd of 2,000 people. This was in Wembley. He's due to go on stage again tomorrow night and again on Friday night. And so far, it seems like he's still going to be doing that. He said, as you said, he couldn't talk about it, but it does seem like he's got a groundswell of support. And you know, he's made, as you said before, he's made no secret of his sort of bad behaviour. But I think these allegations are so sort of grim and serious. Obviously, you know, he's got answers that he needs to give, but there is no criminal investigation as yet. The Met Office are opening their inquiries. Channel 4 and BBC are also opening inquiries, and Channel 4 have dropped any of his content from their streaming service. But a lot of people are still saying, no matter what's been accused, he does deserve a fair hearing.
Yeah, and he does have that incredibly large following online, you know, claiming all sorts of theories of their own. Interesting fella. I've interviewed him a few times, and I just wanted to show you this little clip. Have a look at this. You went through a crazy time in Hollywood.
Oh, my God, yeah.
It was mad, wasn't it? But they sort
Keeps
of...
happening.
I know, but they sort of allow you to behave in a certain way, don't they? I mean,
yes.
You are allowed, you're enabled to
Enabled
behave.
is a good word,
Yeah.
yes. I suppose if you're in a position of some success, people will let you be a nutter as long as they're making money out of it.
Yes.
Basically,
Absolutely.
like, you know, like if you're drinking or doing drugs or being crazy. But there's a certain point where they don't really like it, I think, because no one likes to be annoyed all the time.
No.
So there'll be a point where they go, we could probably make money out of that person. So, in a way, it's not good to live like that.
It's interesting, though, that was a long time ago, and the enabling thing, because they did.
Yeah,
You know,
I know.
they did, to behave... you know, obviously, these allegations are out there, he's denied them, but he has been very open about the fact that he did not behave well.
He's been open about that. I mean, look, he needs to own his own behaviour, and you can't sort of lay the blame on anybody else. But he's saying that he was working in a sort of culture and a media landscape where that sort of behaviour was allowed. And, you know, he
Not
wasn't...
just allowed.
It was enabled. I mean,
yeah.
and in the reports in the Times, there have been people that have come out and said that they worked on shows that he worked on and they felt uncomfortable. The fact that they were sort of helping him sort of, you know, court different women. But he's certainly not going to be the only star that has done that in that sort of situation.
Where do you see this going? What do you think?
So, I mean, he's got, as you said, he's got this big social platform, so he doesn't even really need to have... he's not relying on a big Hollywood boss to pay his checks or to give him a voice from a broadcasting perspective. It just depends where the criminal allegations go forward and what he can and what he can't say. But, you know, he's clearly got a big fan base, he's got a big support. It just depends whether more women come out and more women and people actually take it to the police and it goes to court.
And as far as he's concerned, it's business as usual.
Yeah.
He'll go on stage, he'll do whatever he's doing until, as you say, that investigation happens.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to go down without fights, so I think it's going to...
No, it's very interesting and different takes on the front pages this morning as well. Lucy, thank you.
Thank you.
Charlotte, thank you very much indeed for talking to us this morning. We appreciate it. Thank you.